My name is Micheline Pelland.
My name is Jean-Michel Pelland, and we just purchased this boat about a month ago. We moved from a 35-foot sailboat in Erickson. Very good boat. I enjoy it more than her for many years, especially the sailing part of it.
Been living on the boat for, this is our 6th winter, and the last 2-3 years have been very, very difficult because being short, I couldn't see outside, and at the time when Jean-Michel worked all day, it was, very boring for me, and we couldn't really shower on the boat until the last little while we were on. So it was, you get up in the morning, you gotta go to the showers, and now in this boat I'm totally happy because I have everything I need here. I don't need a big house with, like I said before, 17 cushions on a bed and, match everything that matches.
She had almost given me an ultimatum for this winter because she didn't want to live on a sailboat anymore. So I looked up houses for rent in Belize, and I actually I was going to start booking 1st of November and so forth. And that same day, I noticed this boat was for sale if she slips down. And I mentioned to her, I'm booking on the 1st of November till March. We're moving to Belize. No more winter here. But she said, well, we don't really have to go to Belize. If I had a boat with windows and that, then I mentioned, well, there's this 36-footer down the dock. Have a look, if that would please you. And she went, and she liked it. I anticipated some things major would be wrong, but it turns out that it's perfect. Like, there's a few minor things, but overall the engines are in good shape, the hull's in good shape, plumbing and all that. So,
and even though we got along really well on that very small boat, and you had nowhere to hide, nowhere to go, on this boat we get along even better because he can go in one bedroom, I can go in the other bedroom, I can cook without him being, just a foot behind me, and so it works out really perfectly.
They say happy wife, happy life. I'm sure a woman came up with that just so that we would try to make a happy life.
Well, we've been married 45 years this year, so we have to do some compromises and make some compromises, and but as long as you have a lot of love, a little pinch of compromise, and a little dash of patience, then it all works out.
Tolerance.
Yeah, he's very tolerant and patient, more than I am. But as you come into the boat, you have our living room area, and as you can see, it's very light, and we can see out, and it's wonderful to be able to see all the other boats. We have this here, which is absolutely really comfortable. We just bought this boat, so we still have things that we need to do, but in the meantime we're quite happy with what we have. This here is the dining area, and when we first moved in, it was all white. It looked like a 50s diner.
In the mirror.
And there was a big mirror on the wall there, and of course we didn't like that very much, so
I tried to talk her into putting the mirror on the ceiling, but she didn't go for that.
We're not going to go there. And then, so this was all white, and we really didn't care about it because we really like wood. So we went and bought some teak, and Jean-Michel, he did all of this, and the first time he did it, he didn't like the pattern, so he really stripped everything and did it all over again because he's a perfectionist. So. And for people who think that I don't have any room to put stuff, well, they're wrong, because there is so much storage on a boat. And here I have an oven and a stove and a microwave, and I have a almost full-size fridge, a freezer, all these cupboards. I even grow herbs thanks to friends who gave them to me, and I have plants that friends gave to me. If you lift these seats, there's storage under the seat right there. There's storage behind there. The window's open, so in the summer it's quite, and there's lights everywhere. You have lights here and you have lights there. And I like to use an electric oven, so I have another electric oven over there. So that covers my kitchen. This is more like a workroom for him, but there we go. There. So here is when he wants to do something, he comes here and he sits here and he does all his stuff. And we have a lot of storage here too, like with cupboards, and we have lots of room for the the clothes, and we, you know, you can open this in the summer, and we have lots of storage for this, for all the pharmacy and all that. This is the most comfortable bed I've ever had in my life. It's so awesome. And this is a project I'm working on. It's my crochet, so this is what I'm doing here right now. So you have this bed. We're not all done yet, because of course we just bought this boat, but, and here I have another bathroom with lots of room and everything that you need. And here I have, even with my shower, I even have a bathtub. Now, not too many boats have a bathtub, so this is something quite unique for me. I'm not much of a bath person. I like showers, but it's always nice to have that. So this is the other bedroom that we have here.
And because of the exit being out there, if ever there's a fire up front, there's an escape hatch here that we open up so she can escape that way.
Yes, because it would be very sad if I couldn't go out this way. I had nowhere to go. So, but it's such.
What they need here is the holding tank for the fresh water. That was redone last year. The holding tank for dirty water, fuel tank, all hoses were all redone. We didn't know that when we bought the boat, but I'm very glad that he did that.
Yeah, we have a very good music system too, because there's one here and there's one on the bridge, so we can, you know, if he wants it loud and he wants it on the bridge, that's fine. And we have our TV and we have cable. And in the summer we don't have cable because we travel, so we stop the cable every spring until later in the fall.
What do you do for power when you're traveling, for electricity?
Okay, on this boat there's new house batteries down below, and it also has a generator, a gas powered generator. So if the batteries run low, we start up the gas generator, recharge the batteries. When you're offshore, you don't really need all that much power, right? If we're gonna take a shower, then you do have to heat up the hot water. And also, if I run the engine on the starboard side, the engine heating system or cooling system is transferable to the water, so I can heat it up that way too without starting the generator. But either way, it's cheaper to run the generator than it is to run the big engine. Just underneath here, I could probably lift the cover and show you. It's got not the best for cruising, but they're very dependable GM V8 engines. They're 270 horsepower each, and each one of these are on the screw propeller. When I bought the boat, there was the original logbook from the first owner, second and third owner, and fourth owner, and the second owner was very good at keeping track of hours he would put on the engine, time traveled and all that. So it worked out. He would go from 4 gallons an hour to 8 gallons an hour. So I'm sure that's because the speed that he would travel to. So this summer we'll probably get some kind of a patio.
Yes, chairs.
Furniture to sit out here.
Yeah, chairs and a little table, and
there's the bridge up there. Right now I'm working on a few projects, so you can see I got little things going on there. Usually it's not that clutter, but it's a nice view. You can see that's pleasant to look at, right? All the other boats.
Yeah, it's beautiful to look outside.
Sunset, sunrise. I get up really early in the morning every day. I don't know why.
4 o'clock.
But I see a beautiful red sky pretty much every morning.
Yeah.
Just love that, you know. Sitting here, having a cigarette and watching the sunrise. Can't beat that.
What was the original thing that sparked your interest in living on a boat?
I think convenience was the first thing, because well, and the fact that we were on the water. We just love being on the water. There's something about it that's, you know, you don't find anywhere else. I think it, you know, we tried it, like I tried it, like this is really what he wanted. But and I know it would have, you know, it made him so happy that I would at least try. So he was very appreciative. But the first thing was convenience because of, you know, where you work too and everything. I don't know, it just sounded like fun.
I love sailing. The one trip I did in the Caribbean Ocean that lasted 6 days, 5 nights, and my shift would be 4 o'clock in the morning till 6, and seeing the sunrise in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere, it's, I don't know, it's hard to describe. But I every time I go out now, even though it's not the Caribbean Ocean and that, I still get that same feeling. I love being out there in the wild, you know. Like I said, it's hard to describe what you feel, but I do run into sailors, and without saying it, we get that connection. Like last year, we saw so many things that nobody sees that unless you look on YouTube and find something. Like an eagle swooped down on a
crab.
A raccoon that was eating a crab, stole the crab from the raccoon. And then next thing you know, the crab has got the eagle pinching his leg. And the eagle is screaming and trying to get out, but he's got this crab hanging on its leg.
Yeah, it's...
Finally he shakes it off and it goes away. That's something you don't see every day, you know.
How did you two deal with having to downsize all your things to move into a smaller space like this?
It was gradual, right? From the house to the trailer, from a trailer to the boat.
Yeah, still, like when we sold the house in Edmonton before we moved, that's where the kids grew up. So there's always a little bit of emotions, you know, with it. I remember the last day I was there and I looked at the house and I thought, oh, you know, like it's kind of weird. But we don't really get attached to material things. We both are very, you know, wherever I hang my hat, I live, and I don't have a problem with this. So that really, you know, does not really affect me in many ways. So we're not very demanding. We just, as long as we're together, like, it seems to work out, you know.
As long as we stay busy, I think that's the trick. If you get bored, then you run into trouble. I see it. Some people that are not doing very much, trying to live on their boat, then I can see how their life could sort of look claustrophobic. You know, get the feeling that all they got is this little boat and this and that. I don't know. You have to keep an open mind. I
would say do it for the right reasons. Don't do it out of necessity. You know, like if you have to, well, you have to. But if you have options, really weigh your options. Like, you have to remember it's going to be crowded. You have to remember that once in a while there's going to be a storm, even though you're on the dock, and it's going to, you know, be a little bit wavy, but I mean, not to a point where, and get rid of your stuff, but don't think of it as, oh my God, these are things I own, because really all you own is your memories, and your memories are in there. They're not on a couch, they're not in a bed, they're not, that's the most important thing, is get rid of the stuff in your head that really is not important. Like, to me, that's the main thing.
But you have to be able to not worry too much about what people think of you.
Oh, yeah.
For living on a boat. We're homeless, right? We don't have a home. We have a boat.
No, we don't have a house.
Well,
we have a home.
Our boat is our home, right?
Yeah.
But some people see that as you're only that close from being homeless. If your house burns down, you're homeless. If our boat sinks, we're homeless. It's different.
Yeah.
It's tit for tat, right?
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the main attitude is, as long as you're happy, she's happy, that's all that really matters. I had a friend of mine and his wife, because we were thinking of making a long trip, and she was questioning, what do you do all day when you're out there on the ocean? If you're questioning it and you have any doubt, don't ever go there, you know, because you have to be able to live with yourself. If you can't stand the prospect of going out and being 24 hours a day with yourself, then you don't belong on a boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're thinking about it, go for it. Don't wait. Don't. My brother-in-law that just passed away, for 30 years he had the money, and what his passion was fishing. So he wanted a pontoon platform to go fishing. 30 years. He waited and waited and waited. He retired, got cancer, and died. So don't wait.
Yeah.
And don't wait till everything is all lined up. Don't wait till all your ducks are in a row. I'm using whatever. Just do it. You know.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, don't wait and say in a couple of years I'll do that.
Don't overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even it can be a little physically more demanding to be on a boat in some ways, especially if you're on a sailboat. Because but otherwise, like if you're on a boat like this,
you'll adjust to it.
You'll adjust to it, and just be happy. Just whatever you have is yours, and take advantage of it. Yeah. So but I would recommend it.
It's a good life.
It's a good life. Yes.
No lawn tomorrow. Which I didn't mind more in the lawn.
No
but,
more. Yeah.
No more in the lawn. No snow shoveling.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Forrest. I'm the man behind the camera in the video you just saw. And for those wondering, and for those who don't know, I am still making the reality of #Vanlife movie. We're good. Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Oh, hell yeah. So what's your story? How come you're living in a van?
How come I'm living in a van? I have so many reasons.
Now this is a hour-long movie that I plan on pitching to Netflix. And the concept of it is, I guess, showing the actual reality of #Vanlife. A lot of it is romanticized on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm using a little bit of investigative journalism to break that apart, but I'm also taking a very comedic approach to it and trying to make myself van life famous and seeing what that kind of entails, even though I don't even own a van. So it's, a lot of goofs, a lot of jokes throughout it, and hopefully make it very entertaining and purposeful. I've been doing a lot of filming for it. A lot of work has already gone into it, but the majority of the work that is going to happen is in the month of January. So if you want to keep up to date with that, I'm gonna update you guys on this channel a little bit, but the majority of the updates will be on my second channel, Forrest the Filmmaker. So go ahead and check that out if you want to stay up to date. Be there, be here, go to Netflix, because hopefully it's gonna be there. All right, see you guys later. Thanks so much for supporting me on this journey until now, and I hope to see you guys next week on another alternative dwelling documentary.